Well, welcome back here to the Vanguard softball field. Justin Burtis with you here on a Wednesday afternoon for some more Golden Bay Collegiate League softball action. It is the Waves and the Quacks here on this Wednesday afternoon for game number 1, the 2 p.m. game that started at around 2:05 as the Wild split the first 2 games against the Salty Waves, and the Quacks went 0 for 2 against the Orange County Crush. Ducktown up to bat first, swing and a miss, and that is the first out as Mackenzie Warner, the starting pitcher for the Wild, gets the leadoff hitter for the Quacks down in order, as that will be a strikeout for Rain Althouse. It is Althouse, the shortstop, followed by the center fielder, this being Presley Lawton, swinging a ground ball right back up the middle. A base hit, 1 on and 1 out. That will bring up Kate Hardy, the third baseman, followed by Gabby Tronis, the catcher. Savannah Mitchell is the starting pitcher. She bats next, followed by Alyssa Donovan in the 6th spot. Grace Diaz in left field bats 7th. 8th is Reagan Johnson at second base, and DP Tara Skinner is in the 9 hole. Lefty hitter against the right-handed pitcher in Warner, and that is outside for a ball. So Althouse a strikeout victim. Watson a single. Hardy, 1-0, hits it right to the first baseman, goes to the bag, throw back across the second is held onto as the first baseman Addison Myers will take it to the bag for herself. 2 outs. Gabby Torones will be the hitter, back-to-back lefties, the UMass product, and now the San Diego State player fouls that one up and away. Lawton from Oregon is on first. The Duck conveniently playing for the Ducktown Quacks. That worked out nicely for her. Wayner, right-hander, deals low and outside for a ball and makes it 1-1. Wayner in the circle, throwing to Leah Griffal. First base is Myers. Second base is Harper Campanella. In the hole on the left side is a new face as well, as that grounded right back to the pitcher, and the throw is in time, and the ground out will retire the side, as it is Maddie Lardizabal, the shortstop, and third base held by Lily Rice. Left field, Jada Montoya. Center field, McKenna Dare. And right field, Sophia Garcia. It's 2:18 down the left field line here at the Vanguard softball field. And it is 2:15 down the right field line. And for the Wild, they have Montoya, Jada Montoya leading out, followed by Maddie Lardizabal. Austin Comstock bats third, McKenna Dare in the 4 hole. 5th is Addison Myers. Lily Rice bats 5th. Sophia Garcia bats 7th. Marina Egbert bats 8th, the DP. Leigh Griffel, the catcher, bats 9th, and they're going all the way through the order. So Mackenzie Wayner will bat 10th, and Campanella, second baseman, will bat 11th. Meanwhile, for the Quacks will be Savannah Mitchell in the circle. She's got Gabby Torones behind the plate. First base, Alyssa Donovan. Reagan Johnson at second base. Rain Althouse at shortstop, and Kate Hardy at third. Left field is Great Diaz. Presley Lawton in center. And, well, at the moment, that's going to be it. No right fielder listed. They do have Tara Skinner as a DP, but she is a pitcher by trade, so my guess is she will not be taking up in right field. We'll see if the Wild sends someone out to play in right field here for this afternoon. So a hit and a runner left on base for the Wild after one. And that's going to right field. The Wild have donated a player, and it's going to be off the glove. And that will be turned into a double, maybe a triple. Here goes Montoya, stand-up triple to start the bottom of the first. So lead off three-bagger for Montoya brings up, for the first time, Lardizabal, the Clemson player. And, well, you want to test out your own player. Well, there you go. That's high and outside for ball one. A ball and no strikes. Mitchell, the lefty, deals, or Isabel fouls it at the plate. Ball and a strike. Wild wearing the black outfits today. All the Quacks have black pants and their turquoise, gold, and white feather pattern tops. Vanguard scoreboard looking nicer today with the new topper on the top of the blue square out there in center. You can kind of see it. That's off the nub of the bat over the pitcher. Throw on to first in time. But that will bring in a run, and it is 1-0. Lord Isabel grounds out 1-3, picking up the RBI.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm used to it.
One in, one out on a hit. Brings up Austin Comstock. Lefty-lefty matchup. Comstock. Change up outside, missed for a ball. Next pitch, a little pop up. It's going to fall in fair territory and then foul. As unfortunately for Donovan, she planted her cleat a little too hard trying to power her way towards that little pop up. Stumbled. Was able to keep her balance and not tumble over. That kept her from getting to it, and then she wisely didn't touch it again, so it was foul. That one just a little up and to the left of the zone from behind home plate. Makes it ball two. 2-1. And Adair, the center fielder, on deck next for the Wild. Swain, and that is towered in foul territory. And it will fall up against the fence. 2-2, 1 out. Nobody on. That one is a line drive, but foul down the right field line. Very close, within at least 2 feet, if not one, of the foul line down there in right field. But it was getting pulled to the right by Comstock, so she'll come back with another 2-2 count. Mitchell unloads outside for ball 3. Makes the count full. So this is the beginning of the very busy stretch of this summer league as we play games almost entirely through the next weekend, as that's off the top of the bat, and a pop up to second will be out. Number 2. McKenna Dare, the center fielder, digs in for her first trip to the plate. And Garcia out in right field comes in. Different Wild player is taking over in right field. Is Garcia technically close up in the order, and it's sent right to the replacement right fielder for a single. First pitch swinging from McKenna Dare. 2 hits and a run in here in this inning. Addison Myers, the first baseman. 1 run on 2 hits. And now Dare at first base. Mitchell rocks back, comes through with it, and bowls it into the ground. But Addie Myers went for it anyway. Swing and a miss, strike one. The wind up, and the next one is in the dirt again. But this time, holding off was Myers, a ball and a strike. Breeze coming in from the ocean direction, which is off towards center field. Not terribly powerful today, but could pick up as this afternoon wears along. This is game 1 of 2 here on this Wednesday. Swing and a miss, another low pitch. Change up at the bottom of the zone, strike 2. Wind up, and Mitchell delivers. That's down on the left side off the glove of the third baseman as Hardy couldn't get down for it. And it will be a first deferred movement for Dare. Runners at the corners with 2 out. Lily Rice comes to the plate, the 6-hitter in line for the Wild. White batting helmet takes the strike on the outer half. Fastball from Mitchell, the lefty, tailing that one away from the right-handed hitter. Comes back down the middle of the plate. It's going to be back up the middle for a single, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Wild. And going to third, sliding in safely, was Myers, and on the throwing error, that allows Lily Rice to get to second. Sophia Garcia, who was out in right field, now as the right fielder for the Wild, taking her spot in the batter's box. Takes ball 1, swings and misses on a fastball down the middle. 1-1 to Garcia. Runners at second and third. 2 in, 2 out here, bottom of the first. Mitchell delivers, and that's to the left side. Eaten up, bobbled, lost, and the throw's not going to be in time. Althouse had it in the glove, bobbled it, and then her throw was not going to get Garcia over at first. 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Marina Egbert, the technically speaking designated player in the lineup, swings to the first offering and fouls it off in the box. There's a couple of players that have come from some distance here to take part in the Golden Bay League here in Costa Mesa, California. Goes to school in New York at NYU, so one of the farther ones in terms of where her school ones. That's in their first strike. Makes it 1-2. However, she's from Hillsboro here in California and loops one to right field for a base hit as she beats out the throw to first. And that will make it 4-0 as Egbert delivers for the 5th player in a row to reach base, 3 singles and 2 errors by the Quacks. Four to nothing. Egbert at first, Garcia on third, Leah Griffel, the catcher, takes ball 1.
The scoreboard looks so good.
Mitchell comes home with it. Swing and a miss. Got the wrong pitch called in her brain as Mitchell took a lot off that changeup. And Griffall was way out in front of it, 1-1. Pitcher Warner on deck. That's driven to center field, but it's hanging up. And it will be grabbed by Lawton for the final out. However, 4 hits and 2 errors, 2 runners left on base. This score is 4-0 here after 1. Strike on the way, as leading off will be Savannah Mitchell, then Alyssa Donovan and Grace Diaz here for the Quacks. In the top of the second, chasing 4, that one outside for ball. Count goes to 1-1. Action. Now misses for a ball, as does that pitch, making the count 3-1 to Mitchell. Mitchell. Northeast Mississippi Community College takes a walk. 9 at-bats, she had 4 hits, 2 doubles, and 2 RBIs this past year. It takes her spot up at first. So back-to-back innings, the Quacks have had runners aboard. Alyssa Donovan will be the hitter. Sophomore from Menlo, Tracy, California, and high school. That one's launched to the backstop by Warner, and that will allow the runner to go to second base. Ball, no strikes. A runner in scoring position for the Quacks. Delivery on its way. That's right at the belt. Down the middle for a strike. 1-1. Austin Comstock now in at first base. Everybody's going to be in and out for the Wild so that they get their time on the field. The delivery. Reach for, hit into foul territory. Caught over there at third base. Lily Rice reaches across her body and hauls it in for out number 1.
The social media admin. Do you guys know what the score is? It's 6.
Grace Diaz, the hitter. Diaz, College of the Canyons Community College, takes a strike. 290 hitter in 39 games, 31 hits, a double, and 21 runs batted in. Swings and punches it off the top of the bat, foul off to the right. First strike, number 2. Ian Mitchell at second, 1 out. Diaz in the box, Reagan Johnson waiting on deck. Next one is popped up very shallow center field, just gets out of the infield, and it'll fall into the grass for a base hit. So a walk and a single puts runners at the corners for Reagan Johnson. Right-handed hitter. Will dig in, didn't find a call just on the roster, swinging a foul tip, gets things going for her first at-bat. Mitchell 60 feet away with 1 out. 0-1 count to Johnson. Slowly moving the bat, gets set, and the runner goes to second. Throw is cut off. Mitchell's going to keep on going home. Now she's going to be stuck at third. The throw to the catcher will tag her out. And sliding in safely, though, is going to be Diaz, but that will take 2 outs. That was a strike, so that makes the count 1-2. Johnson trying to drive in a run. Mitchell out for number 2, trying to steal home. Johnson now trying to drive in Diaz, who had the single. 1 on, 2 out. 1-2. Here it comes. Inside. Caught the top left corner of the zone. Runner up for strike 3. And that will do it here in the top of the second. A walk, a single, a runner left on base. No runs for the Quacks, who will now head back out to the fields wildly 4-0. Kenzie Wayner, the pitcher, now takes her first trip to the plate. Sophomore out of Buena Park, California, and JFK High School. 375 with 5 hits, and that will be caught out in center field. A deep fly ball. But unfortunately for her, and stated in earlier broadcasts, that this park will hold up a lot of fly balls. Lawton makes the squeeze for out number 1. 5 hits and 14 at-bats last year for the sophomore. A double and 4 RBI. Gave it a fly. The fence was 200. Would have been flirting with home run distance, but holds up. And it's out number 1. That's a ball to Harper Campanella. 5'6" sophomore from Boise, Idaho, and Bishop Kelly High School. One of 3 players from Lewis and Clark on this squad. They all have the same white batting helmet with an orange sticker on the back. As that loops into the dirt for a ball. Count is 2-0. 333 hitter last year after being the best hitter on the team in 2024 with a 354 average. Went 2 for 4 on her first game of the year. Pop up to the pitcher. Mitchell out of the circle. Makes the squeeze. 2 out. Joined on the broadcast today by Honey, one of the cute little dogs around.
Best cute.
Love being able to broadcast and scratch a dog. Folks, can't get much better than that. Back to the top of the lineup. Jada Montoya tripled, lead things off last time. Takes the ball outside in the dirt. Montoya, South Mountain Community College sophomore, 5'2", righty from Pueblo, Colorado, and high school. So Pueblo South High School, just to differentiate between the ones over there. That one fouled away to the screen. 1-1. Playing in the bottom of the second. 2 up, 2 down for Mitchell. Trying to settle after 4 runs came across in the first, so she's got a strikeout. Versus 1 and 2 after 1-1 count. Riding the inside rails. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that will be a strikeout. Spoke it to existence for her. And that is 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the second. Your score, 4-0. Top of the third, and down 4-0. Bottom top here for the Ducktown Quacks. Tara Skinner. And background to Althouse and Lawton. Skinner swings to the first offering, and it's right on top of the plate for a foul. 250 batting average and 8 at-bats. 2 hits, brought in 2 runs. Brought in her first RBI, 2-9, February 9th of 24 against MSU Moorhead. And first hit at HPU, February 25th, later that year. 0-2 offering to the tall righty. Swing and a foul tip. Gets her back in the box. Menifee, California native out of Heritage High School, standing 5'11". Moving the bat around, takes inside, part of the plate, strike 3. That is the third strikeout of this afternoon for Warner in the circle. Back to the top, Althouse. One of 3 players across all 4 teams that wasn't quite sure who was whose. That's listed foul, so check in hopefully tomorrow. I can get some stats for her. Strikeout her first time up. Bending in, she swings and fouls another one. Up and just over the fence. Over to the right. Oh, and 2. That's in the dirt for a ball. Top of the third. 1 and 2. That's in there on the plate. Strike 3. 4th strikeout for the Wild. And Warner having herself a good outing so far. Brings up Presley Lawton, the center fielder. 1 for 1, a single. Back in the first inning. Lawton swings first pitch to third. Over to Comstock. Good throw by Lily Rice. And that will retire the side. So it's 3 up, 3 down for the first time for Warner here today. We head to the bottom of the third. Still 4-0. Bottom of the third. Lardizabal, the leadoff hitter out of Clemson. As stated earlier, that's high and outside for a ball. 9 games, 167 average, 6 at-bats, 2 runs and a hit, which was a home run, while coming against the hits and the runs at Fordham on 319. Right back up the middle. That's going to roll off the shortstop's glove. And that will be an E6. As Althouse couldn't bring it up to her glove to make the transfer. Bring up Austin Comstock. .222 hitter out of Bradley, which went 25 and 30 this past season. It's outside for a ball. 7 starts and 47 appearances. 54 at bats, and that's a liner foul. And reaching for it was first baseman Donovan. Couldn't haul it in. 2 runs scored, 12 hits, 2 of them for doubles. Drove in 4, 5 walks to 15 strikeouts for the junior out of Marietta Valley High School. Lefty on lefty. Off-speed dropping ball that misses low and in. 2 balls and a strike. Next one on its way. Outside and out of the zone. Skied. Out of play on the left side off the fence. 2-2. Wind up. Mitchell on its way to shortstop. Althouse squeezes it. Just near the edge of the dirt. Throw back to first is in time. Just do it. So pop out turns into a double play. 6-3. That's a ball. Start this at bat. So that's 2 pop-ups for Comstock on the day. McKenna Dare single back in the first. Hit 357 at Lewis Clark. One of the top hitters on the team. That's outside for ball 2. 126 at-bats, 27 runs scored, 45 hits, 11 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, 31 driven in. Reno, Nevada native, Spanish Springs High School. 2 outs, and that's to Althouse. The action has all been to her. This time clean field, but a bad handle on it by Donovan at first. Couldn't squeeze it. It popped out of her glove. Pitch. Ball in play. Ground ball. Error. Done. Big dub.
You don't have to say that she grounded it or she
No.
grounded it.
That pitch is slammed into left field. That's going to be a single on the hop. Getting in timely is Diaz, so an error. And Addie Myers with a single. So 2 errors and now a hit in the inning. 2 outs and runners at first and second. Lily Rice, the third baseman. Cerro Coso Community College freshman, Maple Valley, Washington, Tahoma High School, hit 388. And that wild pitch will put everyone a base fervor. Wild. And on same pitch.
I'll get so good at this by the end.
And that's fouled back, so the count goes to 1-1.
Got that one.
It'd be aight. It'd be aight.
Oh wait, no, it was foul.
No, you're right.
Oh wait.
Yeah, because the first pitch was a ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they go back to track.
Oh my God.
1-1. Pitch on its way. That's hit right to Althouse again. Good field. The throw is held on to this time. That will retire the side. So 2 errors and a hit. Leave 2 runners left on base. And we head to the 4th. 4-0. Top of the fourth. New pitcher for the Wild starts for a ball. That is Marina Egbert, the Harrisboro native, NYU pitcher. Senior with a career 3.45 ERA and 20-25 record. 2-4 last year. That's foul tipped. To make the count 1-1 to Kate Hardy, the third baseman, leading off here top four, trailing by 4. Egbert had 1 save, 3 starts, 18 appearances this past season. Struck out 19, walked 16, 59 hits, 42 runs, 34 earned. That's a strike over the inner half. Makes it 1-2. Threw no hitter back on May the 9th, 2023 versus Hunter. And her career high is 9 strikeouts. March 4th, 2023 against Scranton. 1-2. Stroke towards right field. Is going to get down into the gap, and Hardy has a single. A bobble by the right fielder allows her to get to second, so a single and an error for the leadoff hitter. So yep, line drive, single. He's gonna, and then move her to second, and do error, fielding error on Garcia. Chop. Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Gabby Terrones, 0 for 1 on a ground out. Takes the ball in the outer half, 1-0. Throw down to second, goes into center field, but Hardy, standing on the base, does not advance. Terrones, San Diego State freshman, 5'3", out of Garden Grove in Los Alamitos High School. Takes one above the belt for ball 2. Hit 238 in 23 games, no starts. 21 at-bats, 5 hits, 3 runs scored. Brought in 7. 3 home runs. 6 walks, 5 strikeouts as her Aztecs were the Mountain West Tournament champs. That one's well outside for a ball. 3-0. Went 1-2 at the regional. And the gimme is missed low for ball 4. So single and a walk. For Ducktown, puts 2 on with no out. Brings up Savannah Mitchell. First pitch, and Egbert finds his I thought she did. No, it's low for a ball. 1-0 to Mitchell. Again, a walker first time up. Team went 41-10, but 1-2 in the regionals. As they came up short in the state tournament. 2 balls, no strikes. Wind up, delivery, inside. There's a strike from Egbert on the fastball. 2-1. Top of the 4th, 4-0. It was a 4-run outburst for the Wild in the first. It has them ahead. Spinner that's going outside, ball 3. And the next one on the way, that's going to be lifted to left field and fall and skip into foul territory. This is going to score a run as that will bring in Hardy, and Terrones holds at third. A double for Mitchell. Helps her cut the gap. It's 4-1. Two hits in the inning and a run home. Griffel returning from the median the circle. Alyssa Donovan foul out her first time up. The sophomore from Tracy, California in high school. 6 appearances, 3 starts, hit .083. Their first hit came against Jessup on April the 5th. Rests the bat on the shoulder, now kicks it up. And the pitch on its way, swings and fouls it straight back. 0-2.
So bad. So I'm really not scary.
2 for clinching. 0-2 offer on its way from Egbert. Got her to chase upstairs at the letters. Strikeout for a big first out for Egbert. One in, one out. Grace Diaz, a little shot to the shortstop, diving and making the catches. But it is a ball. And she froze over to second for a double play. We've seen that numerous times over the first couple days. A little pop fly turns into a double play, and so it does here. But an error and 2 hits make it 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Sophia Garcia, Egbert, and Griffel for the Wild. Up 4-1 here, bottom 4th. Just passing the halfway mark of this one, which has taken just about 50 minutes to get us here. Savannah Mitchell still going for the Quacks. Wearing number 15. The lefty fires in her first pitch low for a ball. Garcia stands back in, and another one of these Lewis Clark players takes balls 2 away. Rancho Cucamonga, her hometown, Summit High School. 0 for 5 in 6 games in 2025. 3 for 12 of runs scored in 2024. Hits it past the shortstop outhouse. 2-0 single to left. And that will be a leadoff hit.
Let's go, Marina.
Marina Egbert. the kind of gray batting helmet there. Wind up. Pitch on her way. Egbert takes outside for a ball. 1-0 here, bottom of the fourth. Lead off runner Garcia at first. Mitchell with the right leg behind her. Rolls it through. That's a chopper left side. Field in fair territory. Only one play. It's to first. And it is turned nicely by the third baseman Hardy. 1 out. Runner Garcia gets the second for Griffall, the catcher. That's number 10 on her back. Low and outside, ball 1. Fly out in her first trip to the plate. Happened in the bottom of the first. She was the 9th batter in that first inning where all 4 runs for the Wild scored. That's stroked foul. One and one away, and our runner Garcia in scoring position. Quacks scoring in the top of the first. Thanks to an RBI double by Savannah Mitchell. And the pitcher throws one high for ball 2. Both are back ready. And the next pitch is skied to the left center field gap, but calling for it is Lawton, and she makes the grab for out number 2. And the runner tags, goes to third, and she will be thrown out. Double play will do it. That will take us to the top of the 5th. 4-1. Top of the 5th, and it will be Johnson Skinner, and then back to the top of the lineup for the Quacks, who are missing Kiki Estrada. Picked up an injury her last time out. That's a foul to start the second trip to the plate for Johnson. Strikeout victim her first time up. Egbert tips the ball low, sent to the left side in the infield. And picking up is Oli Rice, frozen time. One gone, and Johnson is 0 for 2. Those 3 strikeouts in a row for Warner. We got Johnson to end the second, then Skinner and Althouse in the top of the third. So Skinner's 0 for 1. Digs in, sets, and fouls it straight back.
Somebody was saying actually hit somebody over there the other day.
Skinner takes low in the dirt for a ball, makes it 1-1. And it was another ball from Egbert. 2-1 to Skinner. Skinner gives it a ride to left field, but holding up, and it will be caught. 1 out. Two outs, excuse me, as that takes us back to the top of the lineup. Skinner 0 for 2, strikeout, fly out. Althouse 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Egbert gives it to her catcher, and that will be a strike on the inner half. Next one, low and away. A ball and a strike. Egbert will pop up behind the plate. That's not going to be found there. So I believe Toronis is taken up behind the plate for the Wild. Looks like they've moved around a number of players out on the defensive side. Egbert in the motion and can't get it off the ground. 2-2. Two offering, high pitch, well out of the zone, but Althouse goes for it, and she is now a strikeout victim for the 3rd time running today. Headed to the middle of the 5th, 4-1. As hit to shortstop, Althouse can't handle it, still has a chance, throw is going to be late, and it gets away anyway, so an error on the shortstop allows Weiner to reach base. The first time she's been aboard, but still 0 for 1 as she flew out her first at bat to lead off the second.
I need to record that error.
Go back. Pitch. Ground ball. E.
Oh, I keep forgetting that's there. Okay.
First pitch is a ball to Harper Campanella. Pop up to the pitcher, her first time up. 0 for 1. This is the second time complete through all 11 batters here for the Wild. Drill to the left center field gap. That's going to be 2 at least. And now it's up to Warner to see how far she can go. The throw coming into the shortstop. Althouse eats it, and it's a stand-up double for Harper Campanella. Jada Montoya, triple on a strikeout, 0 for 1, or excuse me, 1 for 2. Will now have a chance to make it 5 or 6 to 1.
I need to be switching these defensive players.
Mitchell delivers. That's to right field and foul. Because, like, at the end of the day, I'm sure the coaches aren't like, not pitching, hitting, yeah. And I'm sure they're going to be like, what do you want from me? We do our best here. We do. 0-1 is the count. Montoya hits it, but right to the second baseman, and holding on to it is Reagan Johnson. Wanted to uncork a double play, but everyone scampered back safely. A line out to the second baseman, the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Towards the ball. An RBI ground out and reached on an error. Up into the air and away, foul for the shortstop for the Wild. Wind up, and Mitchell's offering is hit on the ground to Aldhouse. Fields looks home, throws to first. That will be out number 2. So 2 ground outs for Larzabal. 2 on, 2 out.
Wait.
Pitch in the dirt. No one advances. Ball 1. Comstock a pop out and a double play pop out. Her first 2 times up. 0 for 2. 2 runners on base. Warner and Campanella at third and second respectively to first base, and it's under the glove squeeze, and it's going to get away from the first baseman. Donovan sliding back in is Comstock. An error allows 2 to score, and it is 6 to 1.
What do I do? Ball and play.
To shortstop, Outhouse fields it in one motion, runs to second and tags it. That will do it as McKenna Dare hits into a fielder's choice to end the 5th. We'll head to the 6th. 6 to 1, your score. Top of the sixth, it is 6-1, and that one's going to be over. Lards the ball over at shortstop, and a ground ball single leads things off for Presley Lawton here in the sixth, chasing 5 runs. Sophia Garcia now takes over in the circle. Garcia, in 2025, a third of an inning, 1 hit, 3 walks for Lewis Clark. 24, she had a 9.75 ERA in 8 appearances, 1 start. So that's a strike to Hardy. 9 and a third, 19 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned, 4 walks and a K for Garcia, who's wearing number 3 for the Wild. Blowing outside for a ball. One to Hardy, who slams that one foul. That sounded like it might have hit a car. Parking lot down the third base line. Parking lot between here, the soccer, baseball field, and the gym here on the campus of Vanguard University. Hardy looks at a strike, top left part of the zone, down for a strikeout. First for Garcia. 7 on the day for Wild pitching. Brings up Toronis. First pitch, punted up and foul.
Are y'all playing? Yeah. Get out of here.
We're playing today.
Next pitch on the way. Toronis takes for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. I mean, that is going to be strike 3. Toronis is down back-to-back Ks. And that is 2 out. First pitch, Mitchell skies it in very shallow center field, and the catch is made. So leadoff single goes 4-0 for the Quacks. As that was Lawton who got the leadoff hit, and the Oregon Duck will head back to the Ducktown dugout as we head to the bottom of the 6th. 6-1 your score. bottom 6 and potentially the last chance for the Wild to get some runs on the board. 3 would end it here, or else we go to the top of the 7th. Eddie Myers, a single and reaching an error, 1 from 1. Takes a strike from the new pitcher for the Quacks. It's Tara Skinner. Rocks back. That's on the line to center field. Walton will get it into shortstop. And leadoff hit for Myers. Gives her 2 hits. And reaching on an error, OBP of 1,000 here in this game. Lily Rice, a single and a ground out. 1 for 2. Wind up, and Skinner pushes it high. 1-0. Nice day here in Costa Mesa, California. Skinner brings it home. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Right on to first. Is into right field. But not moving forward is Myers as she slid into first.
I know, it's like, but he looks better today than he did yesterday. Yesterday was bad. Today I feel like he can like talk a little bit. Yesterday he was
Rice keeping the bat pretty steady
I know, I made a joke
and hits
that
one foul.
I don't like laughing.
Right.
Like, I was like, please don't like
A ball and 2 strikes.
Like, I should have like not.
Should provoke you.
Skinner fires it home. That's high for a ball. 2-2. So 2-2 count at the plate. Skinner's pitch is high and in. Little chin music there. Rice passes back out of the box, and it's a full count. Payoff pitch on its way. A walk. Well, Rice would probably like to be a little more graceful on her way down to first base as the cleat caught something. Maybe check for the apartment complex for a little red dot out there. As she just spills on over. Luckily, that means she's not eligible to be tagged out or anything. So a walk, a single and a walk, 2 on, and nobody out here bottom of the 6th. Sophia Garcia, single, her last time up, and reached on error, 1 for 1. Come in as the pitcher now for the Wild, low and in, ball, runner goes to third, throw by Donovan, tack is applied in time, see you later. So the runner going to third as that's in there for a strike. Myers out 2-5. Trying to advance on the bad pitch by Skinner. Rice. Hits it. Right center field. That's easily 2 aces. Garcia to the right center gap. Rice rounding third. First to third, she scores. And it is 7-1 as Sophia Garcia with a stand-up double. Oh, there it is. Schedule. Zoom.
Okay. It was at the
So you get out.
Yeah, that it froze on that one.
Right. Double. Right field. And then we're at 2-0, I think? 2-0. So, an RBI double for Sofia Garcia. Egbert, ground out in a single, reaches for it and hits a foul and sends her bat almost the same amount of direction and distance towards the on-deck circle. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. Garcia at second.
Oh no.
Skinner, as that one hit foul, makes it 2-2.
Like we all do. Yep.
Skinner hits that one upstairs for a ball, so that makes the count full.
Oh my gosh. Good cover.
3-2. Bot 6. 7-1.
Yeah.
Skinner
That's
in the
rude.
motion. A
You
walk
gotta do
to
that your friends.
Egbert.
I gotta call her later.
Literally.
I'm like, nothing
Yell
else
at her.
than somebody on the bus.
Thank you.
That will bring things
Got it. Yeah.
along to Leah Griffel.
Yeah. Thank you. How's the wedding?
It is Garcia at second, Egbert at first. 2 flyouts for Griffel on the day. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Skinner trying to reset here. Picked up a couple wins at the University of Hawaii Hilo 2 years ago. That's a ball outside. Four walks, 2 Ks, and 12 2/3. Did not give up a run though.
It was like super intimate.
The next one, high for a ball.
The ceremony was like 2020.
2 balls and a strike.
Reception.
And the runner at first represents the winning run for the Wild.
Did you guys all like stay down there?
8 after 5. Inside. At the belt on the edge. Level at 2 apiece. Warner on deck. Reach on an error her last time up.
No, yeah. That's nice to get
Griffel trying to get her first hit of the day. Will take a ball. Runs the count full.
So where are they doing the reception?
My grandpa's. They're gonna do like he has a. I'll send it.
Yeah.
That will be
That's awesome.
sent high in the sky to left field for a catch and out number 2. First batter to hit into an out here in this bottom half of the 6th. As Myers left was single and got caught going from second to third.
Without the Vanguard like brand of the logo, it was like so naked that I was like.
The fly out of the first leaves Warner at 0 for 1. And that's a foul, making her 0 for 1 in this
Oh,
at bat.
literally. I didn't notice that he said it. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says guess.
Something.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even say.
Cricket some like letters.
I got you. I love cricket.
Yeah. Wait a second.
It looks a lot better though.
It should say like.
Really like it should say
Skinner
Lions, but at least we added
deals, and that is
Yeah,
hit.
that makes it look
Aldhouse will
very
watch it
real.
roll to center field, and they're going to hold the runners, and it will be bases loaded. Warner, her first hit of the day, makes her 1 for 2. Doubling last time up was Harper Campanella. Popped up
It always looks wrong.
her first trip to the plate, leaving her at 1 and 2 and a chance to end it. Egbert, the winning run now at second. Garcia at third after driving in a run on a double herself earlier in this inning.
I like Googled it. It was right.
I misspelled university the other day on a thing that we were printing out to give to all of the board members.
That's low, and Donovan does well to corral it in front of her.
No, literally. I do that all the time. I was like rushing to get
So
it
that
done before I left, but
makes
I
the
was
count
like,
1 and 0. Garcia, Egbert, Warner. All 3 pitchers on the base pass. for the Wild. Campanella takes ball 2 under the knees.
I think they know where it is. Like, it's we're there.
They can figure out what I'm trying to say.
The starter over at first, and then the 2 relievers at second and third, respectively.
Ali Reed is like a
Skinner
spell check. Like, she just will, like,
can't get in the zone. High and away for a ball.
she'll trick me and she'll be like, oh, you spelled it wrong. And I believe her. And it's
2 and 3 and 0.
The campus safety when they did the form for like the staff access to the fitness center.
Skinner trying to avoid walking in a run, throws it down the middle and gets a strike.
Thank you. The student did it.
yeah. No.
Let's see what Campanella does here with a 3-1 tally.
Here, so like I don't think it was him, I think it was someone else that works in there. Like
Bat on the right shoulder.
And it's
Bright
also
blue
fun.
batting gloves come set, and it's going towards Althouse. Fields it. Throw to first is in time. And a good snag made by Terrones to retire the side. 6-3.
I got home today.
3 hits produce a run. As we head to the top of 7th, it's 7-1 in favor of the Wild. Top of the 7th. And it was a first pitch on its way to Alyssa Donovan. Takes another ball.
That's so funny.
A ball and a strike. A foul out and a strikeout 0 for 2's Donovan, followed by Diaz and Johnson. Here, top 7, swing and a miss, 1 and 2. .335 here at the Vanguard softball field. Garcia winds up, and that's shot to the fence for a foul ball.
I think I gotta go. I'm getting sunburned. Yeah. Well, I also have to go look for my child.
Well,
Look for my child.
that's
I was
important.
Next offering is hit on the ground, and Warner has it. Backhand play. Nice flash of the lever. Ground out is out number 1.
I'm sure. You're like part of the staff now.
That is high and outside for a strike. Grace Diaz a single and a pop up into a double play. 1 for 2.
Where's she moving?
They're moving down the hall into the unit.
7-1 here, top of the 7th. Garcia's pitch down the middle. That's curving to right center field. That's going to get down, and it's going to be cut off by the center fielder, and holding to a single is Diaz.
And like, not Diane because Diane's retired, but like the admin.
So who's
for
gonna
them.
be in that spot? Where they
Oh,
are right now?
They're moving so that all
The 6th hit of the game for the Quacks.
Not yet. Who's she say?
Only one multi-base hit. Single to right center field.
One guy.
Reagan Johnson, strikeout, ground out.
The other guy.
Gets in her crouch. Swain's first pitch, and it's going to come right over the fence and land on the concrete. One of the rare ones that clears the fence with the right amount of backspin. Up and over. Oh, and one.
Okay, on like what they're asking for. Interesting. Okay, so SFD is going in there. I don't even know who works for SFD.
Literally Bodie and Melanie Patrick.
Okay. Okay, and then did Amanda hire her admin person?
No, they're doing that right
7 runs on 10 hits for the Quacks.
Oh, cool.
As that makes the count 0-2.
Gonna have to hire Phil's department.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of shoes that
Is it?
I'll update you, but I'm not doing this.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Pitch is on the ground to the right side. Could be 2. Should be the game. Relay is in time. Warner falling down. Stretched her right leg out to the bag. And it is out, number 3. A double play will end it here in the 7th inning.
Field goal.
Yeah, no worries.
So 7 runs on on 10 hits for the Wild. Give the Wendigo to 2-1. The Quacks fall to 0-3, a run on 7 hits. And they also had 3 errors in the field. Time of the game, 1 hour and 33 minutes. So that will conclude it here between the Wild and the Quacks. And in about 30 minutes, we'll get going with the Waves and the Crush. Here on the Vanguard softball field, Justin Burtis, so happy that you joined us here for this 2 p.m. game. And we hope to see you back for the 4 p.m. time slot. Here for more Golden Bay Collegiate Softball League action.